You may have seen an ad before the last video you've seen on YouTube, and maybe there's one over on the Twitter feed you've scrolled through after lunch. And those ads are great examples of how big data is used. They are often chosen just for you and based on the site you've been to, your sex, approximate age, where you live, plus a bunch of other things. And the data is part of an immensely huge amount of data about you and everyone else. Almost every time you click or don't click an ad, that data gets stored somewhere. And every time you watch a YouTube video, YouTube keeps a record of it. Even some toothbrushes, surprisingly, and water bottles collect data on your everyday habits. Sounds scary, right? And that data sets include the clicks of everyone who has ever been on Amazon, every like and comment on every Instagram picture, every purchase you make with a credit card, every show you stream on Netflix, and how long you watch it. With 7.5 billion people on the planet, loads of data are created every second. And I mean, pretty much just by existing, you're creating data. So much data that we call it big data. And in the days before smartphones, laptops, and personal computers, data was really hard to come by. And it took a lot of time and effort to record measurements and store them. Very often, data from the US Census, which takes place every 10 years or so, would take almost 10 years to collect. Computers have helped shorten the time it takes to collect, summarize, and store this data. And however, as our power to collect and analyze data increases, we just make more and more of it. And the term big data as we use it today is usually credited to John Massey. And in the 1990s, he used the term to describe that data that is so big and so complex that commonly used tools to work with data, everything from collecting data to interpreting it, they just couldn't handle it. Your phone records, your location, and the apps you use, and how long you use them, all of those apps, they also use data that you produce to collect information. And that's why, for example, Ticketía won't stop pinging me about Coldplay concert tickets because they know me. Another example is the Coca-Cola company that collects data from tons of places, including those soft drinks machines that let you add a variety of additional flavors, like the one you can see in the Burger King of Gran Via in Madrid. And that's the reason we now can see cinnamon Coke on supermarkets, which I think it tastes a bit disgusting, but who knows? We've created, in the end, an interconnected world that's sometimes referred to as the Internet of Things. Consider the network of smart devices that collect data and can potentially communicate with each other. Everything from your fridge to your car and your watch, or even the lights in your own house. Scientists have even rigged some spinach plants to be able to wirelessly send emails about their surroundings. And even when you visit a ski resort, they're collecting data. They may give you a pass that allows automated ski lift access. But that information that may not seem very useful, such as Facebook likes, is more revealing than you may think. For example, in 2013, the US National Academy of Sciences published a study out of the Psychometric Center at Cambridge. And the participants were around 5,800 Facebook users who took a personality survey on the researchers' app. And then they requested permission to view the users' likes. They found, and I quote, the individual traits are attributes that can be predicted to a high degree of accuracy based on records of users' likes. And in this sense, like in thunderstorms, science, and curly fries were signs that someone is highly intelligent. And I'm sure we all like those things. Then this data gets used, and Facebook itself sorts people into categories such as political views. However, big data can do much more than that. We could be able in the future to personalize medicines by sequencing a patient's genome and predicting which medicine will have the fewest side effects. Big data is here to stay. However, the complex amount of data that's being collected can be also present some major problems. But that's a whole different speech. Thank you very much.